My name is Abhishek Jain, and through this video I'm just gonna explain how to write a Python program to stop and start a EC2 instances which are running on AWS cloud. And we are going to use a Boto3. And if you want to just understand how Boto3 can be installed and set up on your machine, I have provided a link in the description which you can refer to just set up the Boto3 and to just configure the AWS credential and all the required configuration, so that you can just utilize the program which we are going to learn and understand in this particular video. So let's quickly jump into the demo part, and for that what I'm going to do is we need a Python ideally. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna open a new file, and whatever the editor you want to use, you can utilize that. So the very first thing which we need is we need a Boto3. Okay, so import Boto3, and then if you had referred my previous video, so there we have EC2 resource instances basically. So what we need to do here is we have to use Boto3, then we have resource, and here we have to just pass the service name, and we are having this EC2. Okay, so now we have all the instance. What this resource is going to do for us, it's going to return an object which will be having all the information for all the instances which are there on AWS side, right? So now what we need to do, the very first thing which we're gonna see is we will be going to accept a parameter, right, from the command line, and for that we can utilize this argparse, and if you have any other method, like you can use a sys also. Argparse. Okay, so how can we just set up the command line argument? So for that we can just create a parser, parser. Okay, we have to just initialize a parser. So basically we are just creating a parser here, and then we can use add argument. And here what I want is, let's say I just wanted to accept the operation. Okay, so and default value if you want to assign, no need. In help you can just mention something like operation to be performed on instance based on current state. Okay, and the choices we have two: start and stop. Okay, so I just added that, and then is equals to parser parse, and we should be good here, right? So this is what we need to do, and we can quickly save it and see whether we are not making any mistake here. So what I'm going to do is YouTube videos, okay, so Boto3, right, so I can run it. Nothing gonna happen, so it looks like import is done, there is no issue. The other thing which we have to check whether the command line arguments are working fine or not. So what we can do is we can come here cmd, and we can just write Python py. Okay, and I just put help. Okay, so now we can see we have to start and stop. The operation, the value can be the start or stop. I didn't assign a default one, so that looks good. Now, so the actual problem which the actual program which we gonna write now is the three program, right? So now we have created an object from the resource, which is a high level, basically the high level API provided by the Boto3, right? So the next thing which we have to do is we have to just iterate through the instances we have, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just see instance in EC2 resources instances. Okay, so as I mentioned in my last video, so there are a lot of methods, right, which we can utilize with this instance object, which is iteratable. So EC2 resource instances, nothing but says iterable, the object for us, and instance is an object at the instance level, or I can say it's a machine level, right? So now what we can do is we can just check the state of the machine, right? So how can I do that? So for that we can just write instance, right? And then what we can do is we can check for state, and then we have, so whenever we trigger this instance dot state, we get its code and we get the name, right? So that is a JSON object, so I'm just referring to this, and this can be in a stop state or a running state, right? So you can build this logic with the code also, but code makes the code unreadable, but by having this make our code more readable, right? So if instance state is in a stop state, and let's say user is passing to start this, so what we have to do is we have to just put instance dot start method, and we are good. And after that there is a one wait method which we can utilize to make sure that it's this logic only came out when the instance is actually in a running state, right? So we can use wait underscore until underscore run. Okay, so this is my desktop, and then what we can do is we can just put the elif inside this elif, same logic, and it's completely depend, I mean, how you want to design this logic. Like, I mean, you can just define this instance dot state name before if condition, and you can just save it in, let's say, instance state equals to, you can copy this so that you don't need to write a lot of stuff here, right? And you can use this instant stays, right? And that would be, so basically a left instance state equal to running. Then what exactly we want? We want this instance method, we want to do this one, and similarly I just wanted to ensure that it should come out only when wait until. So those kind of things, like what all methods we have in my previous video, I just covered them. You can just refer the documentation as well, and whatever the intelligence you want to bring in this program, you can do that, right? So it's completely depend upon you. You want to extend the time, like how much time it is taking to stop the instance or start the instance, and accordingly you can just decide on how you want to design your logic, right? So now you have stop, right? And then you can just put else, and if the instance is not in a stop that running, so you want to just print that out, okay? Like, so EC2 instance not at the stop running state, so please for reason right. And you can use the hash string also, right? And if you want to the EC2 instance, yeah, I think it's good enough, right? So I think this is enough. This is what we need to do, right? So now the other thing which I'm just thinking is to make it more intelligent, I can just use this, and I can just add the argument, let's say instance ID, right? Let me just add this instance ID as well. Yeah. So help operation to be performed on EC2 instance. So here just put instance ID on which requested operation to be performed. Right, so I think we are good here. So we are expecting instance ID as well. So now the other thing which we have to introduce here, and we just wanted to take that action on that particular instance. So what we can do is we can use this instance dot, right? So in this instance dot object, we have ID equals to, and we want to match this ID with what? We want to match this ID with this instance of ID, right? So if that happens, then only we have to do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just telling them, okay, so if instance ID is this, and then you can just put else if you want to, but now it's completely up to you how you want to design the logic, basically, right? Then it's completely on your imagination, what kind of logic you want to build and how intelligent you want to make this program is, right? So what now our logic is doing, we are actually just accepting two parameters, instance ID and the operation, and then what we can do is instance ID equals to args dot. Okay, so what we have to do here is to accept this operation is my operation, but here my instance ID will go. Okay, and then operation the operation is gonna go, right? So now instance ID, if instance state is stopped, then okay, so it's checking. But what I want is, so let's say user is asking that we need to start the machine, right? But that machine is already in a running state, so that is not needed, right? So what we're gonna do is, like, I mean, operation based on operation. So let's say if they are passing start, right? And so what we have to do is, first we have to just match this instance ID, and then what we can do is, let me just move this code from here to here. Okay, and then what we are doing is, first we are just checking the instance ID, for which instance ID we have to take that action, whether it's the start or stop, and then we're gonna check, okay, this instance ID seems to be matching, and then if the instance state is stopped, and this one, and operation is equals to start, right? Because if it is in a stop or operation is requiring a start, then only this needs to be done. And if this is in a running state and operation is equals to stop, then this needs to be done, right? Otherwise you can just, again, you put some else logic to just to check whether you can just give any user-friendly message based on the operation it is passing. So if it is saying start and machine is already in a running state, you can just design your else logic and you can just print out some meaningful message. Okay, the requested instance is already in a running mode, so we cannot start it, something like that, right? So this is how you can just design the logic. Now it's completely up to you, and the business case, the automation you want to do with the AWS resources, you can do this in this way, and you can design your program. So that's it from my side. I just created this video because a lot of people ask me to just create a program rather than just showing the commands on a command line, or the ideally how it works, because putting all those commands and all those logic inside the Python program, that makes more easier for user to just play with that, right? So that's the reason I just created this file. And if you have any feedback or suggestion, and if you feel this kind of videos are not helping much, just put that in the comment section and I'll see what kind of feedback and suggestion I'm getting, and accordingly I will just try to come up with my videos based on those feedback and suggestion. That's it from my side for this video, and thanks for watching this, and stay healthy and keep learning and new stuff.